Hello friends, good morning everyone, and wish you a very happy, prosperous, healthy and wealthy new year to all of you. So today myself Deshmukh Madhuri going to present from biocell tutorials one of the important cell organelles. This is called as plastid or chloroplast. So, in this today's lecture, we will discuss about the structure and function of plastids along with their types. So friends, as we know that chloroplasts are of a type of membrane bound plastids which contains the networks of membrane embedded into the lipid matrix, and the photosynthetic pigments which are present in the chloroplast, that is chlorophyll pigments, which are vary. It may be chlorophyll A, B, C, D, E, carotene, xanthophyll and phycobilins also. In some of the bacteria, the photosynthetic pigments which are present are called as phycobilin pigments. So, these pigments that imparts a green color to the plants and serves to capture the light energy. As we know that one of the important pigment, that is chlorophyll pigment from the Chlorophyceae family, it is important to capture the light energy. So these chlorophyll pigments capture the light energy or solar energy and convert it into the chemical energy. Chloroplast can be found in the cells of the mesophyll in the plant cells. There are about 30 to 40 chloroplast per mesophyll cells. Chloroplast is the double membrane structure like mitochondria. Its stroma shows 70s types of the ribosomes, and it's having its own DNA, that is the genetic material. Plastid shows its own genetic material and it is called as a plastidome. Plastids classified according to the pigments present in the plastids, that is leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. Leucoplast do not contain any pigments, but they are used, or their role is to store the nutrients. Like amyloplast stores starch, elaioplast stores oils, etc. Then alirinoplast stores protein. Now let us discuss about the chromoplast. Chromoplast contains the pigments like carotene, xanthophyll, which gives the colors to the flowers and fruits. Now let us observe the diagram of the plastid. So friends, this is the plant cell, and in this plant cell I have shown here the structure of chloroplast. This is also structure of chloroplast, and here the magnified form of the diagram which we can observe under the microscope. So this is also, as we discussed earlier, this chloroplast also consists of double membrane structure. Both are smooth and stretched. Then it consists of a coin-like structure inside this stroma of the chloroplast, and it is called as a thylakoid. These thylakoids arrange one upon another and forms the bundle-like structure, and it is called as a granum. About 60 to 100 grana are present in each chloroplast cell. Then this outer membrane and inner membrane shows some space, and that is called as a intermembrane space. The stroma which are present inside these chloroplast cells perform the dark reaction, or it is also called as Calvin cycle, because the enzymes which are responsible to complete the dark reaction are present inside the stroma lamellae of the chloroplast. And we can observe here the thylakoid. Light reaction performs in this thylakoid membrane or grana. Now let us discuss more detail about this. Structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast found in higher plants. Generally, the structure is biconvex, plano-convex shapes. It may be spherical shape also. In different plants, chloroplast may have the different shapes. That is a spherical shape, filamentous shape, saucer shape also, discoid or oval shape. They are found in the cells of the mesophyll plants leaves. They are vesicular and have a colorless center. The average size of the chloroplast is 5 to 6 nanometer and the diameter is 1 to 3 nanometer in thickness. The chloroplast has an inner and outer membrane with an empty intermediate space in between these two membranes. Inside the chloroplast, a stalk of thylakoids are present which are arranged one upon another and forms the bundle that is called as a grana, as well as the colloidal solution present inside the inner membrane of the chloroplast, and it's known as a stroma. It is the dense fluid inside the chloroplast. These thylakoids contains the chlorophyll which are necessary for the plant for the process of photosynthesis. The space of the chlorophyll is called as a thylakoid space. The chloroplast shows the following parts, that is the outer membrane is nothing but envelope. It is the semi-porous membrane and is permeable to small molecules and ions which diffuses easily. The outer membrane is not permeable to larger proteins. Intermediate space is usually thin intermembrane space, about 10 to 20 nanometer, and it is present between the outer and the inner membrane of the chloroplast. Now let us discuss about the inner membrane. The inner membrane of the chloroplast form a border of the stroma. It regulates the passage of the material in and out of the chloroplast. In addition to regulation activity, fatty acid, lipids and carotenoids are also synthesized in the inner chloroplast membrane. Now the colloidal solution which are present in the chloroplast, that is called as stroma. So let us discuss bit about the stroma. Stroma is an alkaline aqueous fluid that is protein rich and is present within the inner membrane of the chloroplast. The space outside the thylakoid space is called as a stroma. The chloroplast DNA, chloroplast ribosomes and the thylakoid system, starch granules and many proteins are found floating around inside the stroma. The stroma consists of various enzymes like Rubisco, RUBP, ribulose bisphosphate, which is essential to carry out the dark reaction or Calvin cycle. Light reaction carry out in thylakoid membrane because they have the chlorophyll pigments as we have discussed earlier. Photosynthesis in plants. So here I have shown the diagram how the process of dark reaction and light reaction occurs. So here in stroma region, I have shown in stroma region carbon dioxide fixation takes place with the help of phosphoglyceric acid molecule in Calvin cycle, and the final products forms in this Calvin cycle is sugar molecule. This entire process complete or going on inside the stroma of the chloroplast, and here inside the thylakoid, or we can refer it as a grana, the light reaction occurs, the capturing of solar energy and conversion of the solar energy into the chemical energy, that is in the form of the ATP, along with the liberation of water molecule, along with the liberation of oxygen also. This process occurs inside the plate-like or coin-like structure that is called as a thylakoid, or the bundle of thylakoid is called as a granum. So let's observe you too also, friends. Thylakoid system. Thylakoid system is suspended in the stroma. The thylakoid system is the collection of membranous sacs. The chlorophyll is found in the thylakoid and is the site for the process of light reaction of the photosynthesis. The thylakoids are arranged in a stalk known as grana. Each granum contains around 10 to 20 thylakoids. Means a single granum consists of about 10 to 20 thylakoids. Let's discuss here about the function of chloroplast. So chloroplast, as we know that, all of you know that chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis, which comprises a set of light dependent and light independent reaction also to harness the solar energy and convert it into the chemical energy. The components of the chloroplast participate in regulatory function of the cell as well as in photorespiration. Chloroplast also provide diverse metabolic activities for plant cell, including the synthesis of fatty acid, membrane lipids, isopyrones, tetrapyrols, starch, and some hormones. The chloroplast with a nucleus and the cell membrane and endoplasmic reticulum are the key organelles of the pathogen defense mechanism. Chloroplast can serve as a cellular sensor. So thanks for watching, friends. Once again, wish you a very happy, prosperous, healthy and wealthy new year to all of you. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for my channel BioCell Tutorial. Thank you once again.